What's up? I'd like to welcome you all to the Take It or Leave It podcast, hosted by Big Scott, E. Wood, and LG330. Now check it. Your B game ain't good enough, so you gotta be on your A game. And if you disagree, you can take it or you can leave it. Share.
Welcome to the show, Take It or Leave It, where we talk about a number of subjects, but tonight, what we're going to deal with this presidency, because this presidency is unprecedented. It has, to me, more trickery involved, more stages, some drama, some ins and outs, and we're going to talk about it. So let's just get right to it. Let's get to the smoke. All right, first of all, before we do, my co-host, E. Wood.
That's me.
And my man, LG330.
Yo.
And I'm your host, Big Scott. Okay, let's get to it. We've had an assassination attempt. We've had a president that we already thought was shaky finally woke up and dropped out. We have our first black or female president representative for the Democrats, maybe, being pushed heavily by the women. So tell me, guys, what have you been seeing?
For me, I thought the assassination attempt was staged. They saying the dude walking down the street with an 18-foot ladder with a gun rack on his back. He done made it all the way up to the top of some building. People seen him before the shots go off. He gets off 7 to 8 shots. And then when he clipped his ear, he hits nothing else, but he killed one person and injured another one. He did do that. But he clips his ear. I don't know if you could clip somebody's ear with a bullet velocity that fast and only do a little blood cut like that. So I thought that was staged.
Good
then
point.
Trump goes down. They don't take him off the stage, and then he just goes to the ground. Then he comes up. All you see is a fist coming out the crowd, like, I'm good. I was like,
Huey Newton. He threw a Huey Newton in there, man.
I'm like this.
Hey, but the crazy thing though, Wood, man, they in Trump. This is the Trump rally.
Yes.
So, was it out of the ordinary to see a white dude walking down the street with a gun on his back? It depends on how he dressed. This is this Trump supporter. So
yeah, they like guns.
So the gun ain't throwing nobody off at all.
But the 18-foot ladder.
But the problem I have with that is anytime you're having a press conference and you're showing it to the world or the U.S., anytime you're an ex-president, you have Secret Service. You mean to tell me ain't nobody checking these buildings?
Man, you got Secret Service, FBI, CIA, all of them.
You mean to tell me, when have you ever seen, even at Trump's earlier rallies, a guy with a gun on his back and an 18-foot ladder climbing, and people are pointing, talking about he up on the roof, he right there. You know what I mean? So when have you ever seen that? I have to agree with Wood. This thing, man, this dude. And anytime you had that, what did they do? They grabbed the president or their candidate and they rush him off. They don't want him to have. It might be other sales. It might be other people out there trying to, complete the crime, complete it. Nothing. This dude's still standing there.
Hold up. I got another caveat. He goes to the hospital and he tells the people that they cannot tell what kind of injury he has, whether it's self-inflicted or a bullet wound. He got that hush-hush, so they cannot speak on what they found out when they examined it. So he did that too.
If it walked like a duck, it quacked like a duck, it's a duck.
He said he needed his new Trumps. He had the Trumps, man. He left the Trumps on his thing. It was crazy. One
more thing. He got the 2025 agenda.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man, Trump is out there, bro. He's a problem.
But I don't think he expected. And this was a wrinkle I think he overlooked. Like a good football team or basketball team playing a weak team, he's looking past it. I don't believe he thought that the women would rally behind the vice president like they are. They gathered in within when Biden stepped down and she was going for it. I think that night they raised 150 million or something close to 1.5, something of that.
Now, let me tell you something. Trump dancing in the streets when he heard he running against a black female. He just know he gonna win. He just know he gonna win.
Hey, but then the whole shift right there, like, okay, the assassination attempt. What on the other side? They said, what can we do to shake up something just as much? So that was the reason for him to, to step back and for her to come in. So now we got to shake up too. You want to come up? We got to shake up too. We got something for you.
Serious though.
Yeah.
This is serious.
So they had
it's more women than men.
But then it's like,
hey,
she's a woman of color. So it's like how, even though she's a woman, like
we thought that about Obama too.
But look,
man of color, I don't think they're gonna let him win. And what happened?
Hey man, Trump still with all the felonies, he still can run. You can't even join the army. With his record.
Or vote.
Right. So it's like what they setting it up to be, man. It's like what they setting it up to be, because stuff is already happening that shouldn't be happening anyway.
Well, they want that the currency, they trying to crash that. And if Trump is in there, it's a lot easier. With old girl in there, they're gonna have to really do some things.
Well, already, if Trump gets in there, the assistance that we giving to the Ukrainians is done.
Yeah,
but then what you call him is Trump's pick. His wife is what is she, Indian?
Oh, Trump.
JD Vance. His wife is Indian.
And you know what? He's a racist white guy.
Yeah, and his wife is Indian. He got a son Vivek. He got his son. Yeah, his wife is Indian.
Oh,
they was trying to give him a little pushback on that too.
Yeah,
so that was kind of being on how that's gonna go off. So now that gives them a woman of color in the
White House.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you look at his wife is Indian.
Well, what is Melania?
She's Russian, ain't she?
Oh, she Russian, yeah.
She's Russian.
Okay.
Yeah, she Russian.
Well, no wonder he like
blue eyes.
Yeah, she Russian. But it's just crazy, man. Just on all that going on, man. But you still with Harris, you still got black men mostly pushing back against her because they're going into her record as a prosecutor.
Of course.
So if you look around, so you got us going against. It's like, okay, who would you rather have? In there. Who you think would be more beneficial for the face?
For the country.
For other country. Do you if you let Trump get in there, they already then rush the White House. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else? What else can you
of the two, we know it's going to be the woman. Of the two, we know.
He already said he's not going out without a fight. So if he lose, get ready. He gonna come up with something.
And then we gotta push the narrative too. Biden got them school loans gone, man. My school loans is gone. Everybody talking about Trump and the stimulus. Be like, hey man, hey, he didn't even want that. You know what I'm saying? Trump was really against the stimulus too.
Do you think women of other races would vote for her because she's a woman, or they just don't want to?
Because Trump is misogynistic. Remember how he talks about women.
Yeah.
He even talked about his daughter like she was a piece of meat. Like he was ready to get with her.
Yeah, it's a hard one, man, because with her, she's a woman, but she's a woman of color. So it's like her pick on who she gonna pick to run with her. It's gonna be.
It's crucial.
It's crucial. It's real crucial.
What y'all think about if she go with Hillary?
No, she don't want to go to Hillary. They didn't already put Hillary out of there. Hey, I almost said Elizabeth Warren. She was strong. But it's like the pick gotta go a little.
It might.
Yeah.
It might have to be a male.
Yeah, it may have to be a white male at that.
Yeah, white male.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
she married to a white dude. That
Right,
ain't
so
gonna
it may have to be, and to get that ticket, because you already got the person of color. They ain't gonna let you just color it all out like that. They,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna let that happen, man.
You can't bring hip hop in the White House.
And then they fake assassinated Trump, but they'll really be getting her. And then if you see,
they be trying to kill her
the
for
block
real.
with ladders, as they say, they can walk down in broad open daylight with
get away
ladders
with
and
it.
shotguns on their back. So with her, she get in there. It's definitely something you got to be worried about.
Well, you know what? This is a turning point for the country. This next election, one way or the other.
Yeah.
If we get the wrong person in there, that set this country back for some years.
But then you got guys that, my vote don't count. They're gonna do what they want to do.
Right.
Yeah, you got them.
And the thing with that, even if you feel that way about certain things, man, it's like you can say this, hey, but you gotta go who fought, how people died trying to get you this right. You can't just go by, I'm not gonna, I don't care who fought, I got the right to, you know what I'm saying? And just thinking, just knowing, just feeling you made a change, just going out and saying, hey man, because that could trickle down to the local governments, because you know your vote definitely counts locally if you don't think it counts for the president, locally, and just getting people into that mind frame of going out when you won't change. You got to work towards something for change. We can sit back on our couches and say this and that and that and that, but if you really not out there being active, rather if you don't, and just trying to do something, instead of, you can't downplay everything, man.
Our community should have something to show people what happened for people to get the right to vote.
Right.
We should be showing them, like, look, this is what we went through just to get a vote. So we want you to go out here and exercise your right.
Right. You got the right too.
Right.
Whether you go in the voting poll and put your own name in the box.
Right.
Just get out and go put your name. If you want to go out and vote for yourself, just go out and make that trip.
Yes.
Do it, because man, so many people died for you to get that right, man. And if you don't want to, we don't want to get it to a point where the right is gone, period. Even you saying when they even come to local stuff, it's like, well, they don't, people keep falling off. Well, and then you get somebody in there who you really didn't want in there, And
they trying their best right now to stop you from voting. They trying their best.
Well, that's something that's going to be. This is such a good subject, and we definitely should pick it up, on the next go round. But before we end, we just want to say, like Wood said, this is a very turning point in our country. We are at a crossroads, literally. And if we do not make the right choices as a country, you can't be mad if you don't get out and vote. You got to make a difference, make a change. So
I want to say one more thing. The people that's supporting Trump don't understand his agenda, because once he get in there, they're going to get affected by it too, whether they know it or not.
You heard it here. Take it or leave it. It's up to you. But it's going to happen. Something's going to happen, and we have to be a part of it. So with LG 330, E Wood, myself, Big Scott, we appreciate you. We see you at the voting booth. Peace.
We can sit down, dialogue, put it in a blog. About to open this discussion, politic with my dog. Partake, participate, or jump in this debate. I'm heavy with opinions, matter of fact, they overweight. Pit bulls and Rottweilers, no room for poodles. Sometimes I even think I know more shit than Google. Plus I'm a goat, or so close to being. Anybody disagree? You can take it or leave.